In the upper right, we have our red Zerg. His ID.
I'm Noshira.
That's not how I would have said his name. But Lucero always coloring his hair. I love what he does with it. Every time.
Yeah, he does some nice things with that.
There's no way out. What is that? Are those Baneling landmines?
Yeah, they are.
Are they potholes?
You know, I would
Dog
happily
poops?
run that Marine through there.
Yeah, I would.
How many are you going to blow up on him?
Shut up, Artosis. In the bottom right, we have our Terran player. He is...
Mepixel ASD.
ASD. Sorry, go ahead, Artosis.
That's fine, Tasis.
ASD. Who also has done a good job coloring his hair today.
He has. Well, I'm excited to see. Will there be a bunker rush? I don't think so. Looks like it's actually going to be a command center first.
And you know what's funny? Lucero's going to find it right away.
Yeah, he's actually sending out a drone right down there. So that's actually really nice. You can harass that. That's the most annoying thing in the world. If you can go command center first and your opponent actually sends a worker immediately and finds it, you can harass it so much. And that's what's going to happen here. This is going to be just work on the depot and hit that SCV when it pops out. Oh, come on, Lucier. You have more APM than this. What are you doing? There you go.
So this is a little bit of a tough situation just because, yeah, he has to take one worker off. That's a lot of money that can be lost. But I do love this build, especially when you wall it with the command center, because you're basically safe.
No, you are. I mean, they aren't going to break that. I mean, a 6-pool directly to you, maybe. But Lucier is not a Zerg that does that. And 6 pools against Terran are kind of terrible. So it's all pretty safe. I'm surprised he actually got the pool as quickly as he did back at home. You know, when you see that command center, you can fit a few more drones than he did, which is a little bit surprising to me.
Well, you know, maybe he's going to do some kind of Baneling, Zergling all in at the front or something.
Could be.
That's certainly a possibility.
ASD getting a quick gas with his barracks, by the way, which is kind of interesting. Not exactly what I expected from him. Might go straight up 2 Hellions. Smart move.
And it finishes just in time. They'll need to make 1 or 2 Marines to drive out that drone. The drone can't just sit there dealing damage. Now, what do you think about this early Roach War in Artosis?
Well, the Roach Warren is actually a really cute idea because if ASD does anything aside from go right up to a bunch of units or a siege tank, these Roaches could do a lot of damage. Definitely be worth what he spends on it.
Doesn't it look like the drone wears boxing gloves?
Yeah, kind of
He's actually doing little punches.
Yeah,
What,
actually,
2?
it looks exactly
What, 2?
like that.
He has the okay. We found it out. The drone wears boxing gloves.
Yeah, the drone has a sick right jab, man.
He's got a mean right hook.
Yeah.
Taking out. Oh my God! He didn't spot the Roach Warren. I can't believe he just did that. I cannot believe he actually didn't check the back part of the creep where Zerg always make their attack.
And that can actually cost the game right there. I mean, it looks like we're going to see Reactored Hellions, and against 5 Roaches, right there, yep, that's what we're going to see. He's got, like, no units. He's just letting that depot get hurt. This is going to be painful. He's going to see this last second. He's going to get there before there's any sort of bunker up. Lucier might take a very quick game here. He's definitely going to do a lot of damage.
I'm just still surprised that he didn't... You know, he didn't check that back location.
And in fact, the SCV went somewhere completely different from where the Roaches are, so he still has no idea.
So he's going to see this drone over here and probably think, you're trying to do a quick third base.
Yep. And Lucier has to be laughing right now. He's like, look at this. You are so dead.
And you're not even microing your Hellions. Oh my God, are you serious? Come on, ASD. All right.
Well, I think right now, ASD's thinking to himself, wow, this is not good. He is making a Marauder. He's making more Hellions, but, I mean, a Marauder is quite good against Roaches. Still, this is going to be so much damage. Look at this. The depot has to go down. Any SCVs that come up die immediately.
Oh, man. Let's check the SCV count here, Artosis. It is...
He's killed 4 so far. Really nice micro by ASD here.
Oh, he's going to get it.
He is
just
indeed.
Barely. No, I'm wrong.
Should be targeting down as many SCVs as possible. Look at that. He's killed 7 now. Very well done. That Marauder doing a great deal of damage.
Yeah, looks like ASD may survive this. In fact.
But 7 SCVs killed, man. He's forced him into a bunker. He's forced him into Marauders. In the meantime, we just have hatcheries making. Lucier's going up to 4 hatch with 3 base, getting his speed. Just playing everything just right. Look at that. Sick.
That's smart. I mean, a different Zerg style would have been to keep making roaches and try to break it down, but, you know, he can also just, cripple the Terran as much as possible and then play a long macro game. And that's fine.
And looks like he wants to push these out of here immediately so he can get a better setup at his natural.
Nice job just sniping whatever weak units are left over.
That's the only reason he did that. He wants to get out there to the natural, just push everything away with maximum force. All right, a ton of Lings are in production, and that's a good choice as well, of course. He's going to want to get in there while the Marauders are in there. If he can surround them with a bunch of Lings, Marauders, really not that good against Zerglings. The only thing they have going for him is their high armor and hit points.
All right, so the Queen is now going to be up with that expansion. By the way, the fresh expansion here for the Zerg is actually the location where ASD scouted him trying to expand to before, so that's a little gutsy. But then again, I don't think ASD would ever expect that expansion to be taken now once that was scouted, you know?
Quite true. Bunker is up. A nice little wall-in being made by ASD. He is down in supply, and we have a Baneling nest with even more
now
Lings
he's going to find it. So now he knows.
See, there's not that much there. Only 1 drone so far.
I'm still surprised he expanded there again after it being spotted, but I don't know.
Looks like Lucira is going to go just hog wild on the expansion of ASD in a minute here. He's making a ton of Lings out of his 4 hatches. He's got triple Queen injects going on. So he's actually going to have a ton of Lings and Banelings up here.
Yeah, this is going to be the Baneling bust from hell.
That's what it's going to be. He's making 10, 11 Banes. That is a mostly depot wall. He's going to just crash right into their taste.
And he will probably supply block the Terran as he crashes in there. That's one of the things that's kind of scary about losing a depot wall.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, the Banelings are almost done.
I mean, he doesn't have stim. He doesn't. Combat Shields just started. I think Lucira is going to be able to end the game here.
I think you're right, Artosis. Here we go. A lot of Banelings, a lot of Zerglings, and more Zerglings on the way. 26 in production. Oh! Nice. And he's trying to spread. He's trying to keep his army alive. But damage is being dealt everywhere as more and more Zerglings just spill in here.
The Banelings being targeted down as best he can. Way too many Zerglings, though. And Stim, he does have Stim, so he's trying to out-micro, but Lucira just building 30 Lings at a time quite easily.
Now more Zerglings spilling in, doing more and more damage to these SCVs. And, you know, he's just not quite controlling well enough. He's using the stop position trick here, so Lucira responds with the hold position trick to try to mess him up a little bit more. Another depot goes down. The expansion has to be lifted. More Banelings on the way, so no way that SCVs will be able to defend here.
14 Banes on the way, more and more Zerglings in production. He only has 45 drones, still 33 SCVs left over for our Terran player. But with this many Banes on the way, Tasteless, it's a Bane train coming to serve some pain.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
To the Marines on the plane. And look at that,
There
nice
is
flank.
PG.
He doesn't even want to see that. Lucira.
Nice play by Lucira.
Well,
I actually really enjoyed that game because he did the roach attack, made it look like, okay, I'm going to back off and just try to get ahead. But in fact, what he was doing was just making a handful of drones.
Yeah.
And then he switched right back into an all-in.
I liked it. It was cool play, and ASD now is like, oh my god, I have to play an ST. And Lucira's like, oh, thank god I don't have to ZVZ an ST. So, we are going to be seeing Max SC against Lucira. That's an epic rematch, Tasteless. Remember that 15 Marine rally game?
Yeah.
That was these two. Cannot wait to see that regame, that's for sure.
Well, Zerg is victorious there, and rightfully so. The Terran wasn't quite prepared. He wasn't really in touch with, I think, what Lucira was doing basically the entire game. I mean, if you're spotted that early getting to command center, you might as well do those Rocha rushes.
Absolutely.
The command
I
center
like that. I liked every single piece of Lucira's play. I really liked it. Targeting down those SCVs, forcing a bunker, forcing Marauders, and then you're like, well, you are just in trouble now. You have been getting all sorts of stuff you don't want to get. You've been losing economy. You haven't been able to land at your expand. Times it out with a 4-hatch Zergling Baneling. Beautiful play by Lucira.
Really nice. I'm impressed. Lucira, I think it could be Nesty and Lucira getting out of their groups.
Could be. Could be.
We'll have to see, though. I mean, Nesty still is in trouble. So we're gonna with who? SC and
SC Lucera will be
SC
next,
Lucera,
and
that's
then
right.
ST ASD.
You said that like a minute ago, and I forgot.
No, that's fine. I feel sad. ASD is one of these players that I really want to see go far, but ST, man,
Well, what are you going to
he's
do?
Gonna be
This
angry.
group is so good.
It is. This is a tough group, no doubt about it. You know, SC, we haven't seen him in too much action in Code S lately, but definitely has been one of the better Terrans in the world for quite some time.
Well, it'll be a very fun TVZ, that's for sure. Now, I don't know. This is just a lot of fun. So we have a lot of TVZs coming up here in this GSL. We still don't really know who's going to get out of the group. Nesty can be cheesed again. It can happen. I don't want to believe it, but it's possible. I know Artosis definitely doesn't believe it no matter what.
No, that would never happen. If it does, it's because he wants to go through Code A and see what it's like.
See what it's like.
He's like, well, I could never lose in up and down matches, so I may as well just, the first season that you go straight to Code A, you know what? I'm going to give that a try. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
I like adventure.
Maybe. He wants to try to live as a peasant for 1 month.
Because he's normally a king. All right, we're going to have a 5-minute break. When we get back, we're going to have some more exciting matches here in the GSL Code S. I'll see you soon.